Hazak u'baruch. Good morning, Moray v'Rabotai. B'ezras Hashem, Mincha is going to be 7:40. Please be on time. The learning today is for Refuah Shelema V'Liana Bat Zveta Surio, sponsored anonymously. Hazak u'baruch. We continue in the halachot of carrying on Shabbat and the definition of what's Reshut HaRabim and what's Reshut HaYachid. So Reshut HaYachid means the private domain, but people think private domain, they think a house is something big. But it doesn't even have to be that big. The very minimum shiur of something that could be considered Reshut HaYachid, all it requires is 4 tfachim by 4 tfachim, which means an area, a surface area of 4 handbreadths. This is about 8 centimeters. So you're talking about 32 centimeters by 32 centimeters, and it has to have a height of 10 tfachim, which is about 80 centimeters, the equivalent of 31 approximately inches. If it's that big, then it could be called the Reshut HaYachid. An example of such a thing that a person might not be aware, but it is a Reshut HaYachid, is imagine he's walking down the street in a place where there's no eruv, and he sees that there's trash on the floor. And it's next to the trash can. Now the trash can is a big bin, and he wants to take the trash on the floor and put it in the trash bin. He's thinking to himself, look, I'm not carrying even 2 amot. In terms of carrying, I have to carry 4 amot. I didn't carry 4 amot. I just took it from here and I put it in the trash. He doesn't realize that trash bin can be defined as a Reshut HaYachid. It's in the public domain, but it itself is a Reshut HaYachid, because if it's big enough that it has 4 tfachim by 4 tfachim and the height of the walls are 10 tfachim, that's a Reshut HaYachid. And he's taking from the Reshut HaRabim and he's putting it into the Reshut HaYachid. He's violating Shabbat on potentially a Torah level. Now, he doesn't need that carrying, so it could be rabbinic for a different reason, but it's certainly within the category of transferring from Reshut HaRabim to Reshut HaYachid, and it would be a violation of halacha if there is no eruv. Another example, let's say there's a home with a fence and kids are playing ball, non-Jewish kids, let's say, are playing ball, and the ball flies over. And they ask the Jew, can you go ahead and you can toss back the ball to us? And he's in the middle of the street, and there's no eruv. He says, sure, no problem. He throws the ball back into their property, which has a fence that is 10 tfachim. He just threw from a Reshut HaRabim into Reshut HaYachid, and he went and violated Shabbat on that account. It doesn't even have to be something that could contain. Let's say a different example. Let's say there was a little bit of a mountain, like a hilltop in the middle of the Reshut HaRabim, and the hill was 10 tfachim by 4 tfachim and 4 tfachim, and he took from the non-hill and he put it on top of the hill. That would be called carrying from Reshut HaRabim to Reshut HaYachid. All of those would be violations of Shabbat. Again, I'm stressing, in a place where there's no eruv. In a place where there's eruv, we're going to have that discussion, Be'ezrat Hashem, as we move on. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.